Hello. I did finish dinner. So last week we actually got a little bit done. We are alright to not downgrade. And we started on doing these off-screen indicators. And we kind of got something there, but I don't think it's right. So we're going to figure it out better this week. Next week. This is this week now. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to actually do this part, which is show the threatening aura objects. So we're going to go through have the system get everything that has a threatening aura and do widgets for each one. And that'll give us a better test point than our random 000. Also, I want to figure out if I'm using the correct function for moving the widget. So let's take a look at those. I'm actually doing the second one first because I started doing it while dinner was cooking. So before I was using make widget transformation and saying the transform, but there's a position and viewpoint. I want to see if that like changes anything. I'm not going to spin the thing around. I'm just going to have it go around. So it is on the screen. We don't show it. Right. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to roll with this and see what happens to our indicator. It's not on screen at all now. All right. So that wasn't it. Don't make me right click delete this way. Lame. All right. The other thing I was thinking of, this is out screen position instead of, excuse me, translation, because I don't know if this translation is like a translation of the, so that's something I'll have to figure out. And then setting the transform there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hook this back up. And we're going to do the other thing I said it would do, which was to set these up appropriately. So we do that. And here is the guest HUD. We create a threat widget and we add it to the viewport. What we're going to do now is we're going to do a little bit of variables. So let's do this with, first we'll call this threat or gonna be active, and there's gonna be more than one of them. It's gonna be a set. Maybe a set. We only want one of them. All right, so we've got threats. So we're gonna actually go down here. Event tick, LE. Event tick, and we're gonna say all active class with tag or with tag. I don't know. Oh, gameplay tags. Get all actors matching gameplay. This is the one we want. So we've got get all actors class matching tag query. The class is going to be guest character, guest character, guest VP guest character, and a gameplay tag query. That's not the one I want. There's another one. Make gameplay tag container tag. There we go. And in here, we're going to say if you are correct. Bam. Super easy. Even that page is wet. Get those actors out. So, this guy here. I get the threats. Oh, huh. No, campaigns. There we go. Each of these guys. Tuesday. Oh my god. If it contains this, I'm gonna do an if. Cool. Then we actually don't have anything to do. That's not true. We're gonna make another one here called on-screen widgets, and these are going to be widget. So we get everything, get all the characters that have the threatening tag. We check them all. It's in the set already. We don't do anything. If it's not in the set, we're going to add it. I'm just gonna double check. Hopping over here. So the only reason I'm looking at this containers. Right. Filling a set. Oh, wait. Okay. What I'm trying to look for is I want to make sure faster and lower level than raids. Good for blah blah. Essentially, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to see if it does that part automatically. And also, let's say blueprint, maybe. Print. Add dupe. Maybe this will. Because if I was to program a set and say add something to the set, this is too old, I think. I mean, this doesn't hurt. Let's leave it this. I'll try this later, but like what I'm trying to look at is as a set, will it error out if I add a duplicate, or will it like transparently just let me do it? So that's what we're trying to figure out there. So if the threats do not contain this one, we're going to add the threat. Then we're going to grab this guy. We're going to do a couple of things to it. I'm going to add it to the viewport. We're going to set the threat to this guy. We are going to add, it to the threat off-screen widgets collection. Ooh, no, I'm not gonna bother with that. Oh, I should probably make this a set if it's faster. There you go, change variable type. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Great. I found the only one. The one I was staring at. As expected. All right. Get. Add. need to? Do we need to, folks? Yes, it'll be faster this way. I'm pretty sure it'll be faster this way. Add. Becomes not a threat right now, it's going to stay there forever, which is kind of fine. Because we only have one thing that has a threatening aura right now. Let's see if this actually works. No. I wonder why. Let's take a look. Let's start with what we get out of there. Let's start with that. Wanna make a print in here. The simplest one. Nothing. Nothing. Okay. It gets in here, right? It does get in here. All right. The answer is that it may not be getting these. So let's start with that. This up over here, and we'll do I have this suspicion it's going to be 0. It is. All right. Let's hop over to this guy. Oh, not that guy. Right. It's character 2, and we have set game mode. Pretty sure I have a thing that sets aura. That's why it's like that. Kills the light mask. Game mode. Details. Starting aura 2. Okay. Let's go double check how this gets set. Set the aura. So we've got the stencil, branch. Oh wait, we don't actually have the tag on here. That makes sense because I don't actually want the aura set by that. I want to set on the other thing. All right. What we need to do is we have a starting aura on it, but it's not like a actual gameplay effect, gameplay tag aura. So let's try and fix that. I don't know how I do this. Wait. Isn't that super terrible to do? All right. I don't suppose there's a way for me to get at that. I don't want to test. I kind of don't want to test that. Let's see. Is there a way I can add a gameplay tag to this without actually? Component tagged, actor tags, normal tags. No gameplay tags. All right. Starting aura, set aura. This is pure, so understand this is purely for debugging right now. We're gonna get ability context sensitive. Ooh. Oh. Oh, okay. Sure. I'm not going to argue with it. Add loose gameplay tags. Actor. Self. Gameplay tags a container. We're going to make our, whoops, make gameplay tag just like I did before. We'll represent it, might not. That I don't know if that'll actually work, but whatever. Still a lot of zeros. So that's not it. Maybe, or just, or if I'm going to do that for debugging, let's go ahead and just do this for debugging. we'll actually save this here. I don't know what just happened. Something happened. Anyways. Oh, there we go. Set aura, and then here somewhere we'll actually like yeah, probably in the middle here. Actually, that's probably let's just go super. If it is for testing, let's just do that. I don't know why it makes that motion. Compile. Is thing, and then we're gonna go here. Do I have to refresh? I don't know. Oh. There we go. And then for our HUD, we'll see if we can, for debugging purposes, replace this with something new. Which would be get all actors of class this tag yeah, okay. Forget I just did that. Oh, I did the wrong thing twice. I am smart. Delete this. Delete. Just say. Threatening. And then we'll put this in here. This in here. Oh. What class? And then what we'll do here is we'll change it to this. This will add a old school tag, old school tag, old Unreal. I remember these. Hellos. That's a thing. This is the one. Doesn't particularly do what we want, does it? Question is that because it's in a weird spot. So let's see. Contain. No one is made because we see the first one on the other player, right? I think this must be more about like how it's displaying on the screen than it's not. Find it. That's a little bit nuts. Makes sense? Not really, because it looks a little bit crazy. Let's start with this one. So what we'll do is, they'll just be on there or not. Well, it left and it never came back. That's an interesting outcome. I guess we were more into like set visibility collapsed. Let's do our classic. I know if you did this for a living, you'd like use debuggers. I don't do this for a living. And you probably want to see what I'm doing, which, let me do this. Just interrupt it. It's never gonna. I'll grab this guy, pop it in there. False. That's coming from client too, isn't it? Let's get rid of this for a second. True is on screen true. Never changes back. Never gets in here again. I'm sure somebody who like does this for a living will tell me I'm doing wrong, but so going back in there, not on screen, false, true, false, true, false, So when we set the target visibility to collapsed, we lose it. If I make it hidden instead of collapsed. It stops ticking, which actually kind of makes sense. But that also means that if it stops ticking because it's not on the screen, it won't come back. Yeah. So what I need to do I need to do it from the outside. I need the HUD to tell it where to go. Otherwise, it doesn't have any. Once it goes invisible, it loses its ability to act. So this doesn't tick when it's invisible, but it needs this to tick so that it works. Okay, let's try that. Now, what we can do is let's do a little bit of. I'm gonna move it over here for now. And then I'm going to break all this right now. So we're going to get all the classes with a tag. Let's start, actually, let's do this. Do a sequence. So first thing we'll do is we'll go through each. We'll go each one. Add. I can contains, contains. Okay, so for each actor that we find, we're going to see if it's in our list of threats, which means that we have already, essentially this should mean this we already have a widget for it. If first of all, and then we'll, this is not array element. We might do that. I'm doing it. Hey. Check any threads. Which we're going to rename once we get over. What are we going to call it? Right, there we go. And then we'll go in here. So we come in here, we see if it already contains this threat, and if it doesn't, then we'll add it to the threats. And we'll steal this. And I grab this. Here. You have to go copy. Copy. Paste, paste, edit, paste, paste. I love how there's no. We add it to a list of threats. We make this. Not quite. I'm going to turn value. I'm going to add this to the threat widgets. Oh, that's the wrong kind of ad. Just add. There we go. And we're going to add it to the viewpoint. So we've got, so here we are. If it's, we check for new threats and we add them if we need to. The second thing we have to do is check for new threats, and if there's a threat, I would probably need that afterwards. All right, give me a second. I'm going to move this around a little bit. So first, for each one of these, we check for new threats. And then for each one of those. If I keep tripping myself up on the order here. Order actually is, this is where we put our sequence. First, we use the output of that to check for new threats. Then we use the output for that in a totally different way, where we go threats. I wonder if there's union. Is there, what's opposite of union? Difference? Oh, my friend. Set number 1. Set number 2. Oh no, I got a set, just put it in there. Okay, that's frustrating. I'm gonna change this. Worked anyways. All right, so out actors. Oh my God. It's got next. Yes, DP gets characters. Oh, this is an array and that's a set. Oh my God. You can just Doesn't work. All right. Transform, offset, widgets, viewports, variant, HUD. Seeing if there's like create set from. Create set from, new set from. Let's just do it so alright, so threads for each. Gonna go contains item this. So if it contains this, so for each of these threads, if it contains the item, if for each item in threads, we see if it's in the current threads. And if it's not in there, then we remove it from threads, which we're going to do by going threads. Remove it. And then the other thing we need to do is we need to do a two-step to get threads off screen widgets. Oh, that's a mess, isn't it? Hold on. I'm not going to delete it, so I definitely have to change how this works. Because I don't have a direct, easy way to get those two, right? User widget. Yes, I know. Let's do this instead. It will not compile because it's all broken. Alright, so what we'll do instead is we've got thread off-screen widgets get, and we are going to go contains. Yeah, okay, that's what we want. Thread contains is key. Thread contains key. Oh, what the hell, guys? Alright. This needs to be the right kind of. Also needs to be a BP guest for now. We can change. We'll have to end up changing this later so that it actually looks for the gameplay tag. Oh, well, it'll probably still be this, wouldn't it? Yeah. All right. I'm cool with that. Okay, so we're going to check for new threads. So if this contains that, we don't do anything. If it doesn't, we're going to create this new widget, add it to off-screen widgets. We're going to add so when we add, we're going to add the new widget, and we're going to add this original thread. I don't want that line going across the screen, so I'll get it right there. Okay. Nope. Maybe I gotta do this one. And then we'll add that to the viewport. A map is such a better way to do this. All right, that means that, oh, it compiled. When we go into the event graph, then for every actor class tag, go into, right. Class of tag. We're going to go threat off-screen widgets. Keys. Nice. That gives us a list of all the keys. Array. Okay. We have an array. It's an array. We can do a difference. No, we can't do a difference. Differences are only for sets. So for every widget, if it contains an item, it's okay. If not, then we have to remove this widget. I'm just going to do something wild if you don't mind. I believe. Does this exist? True. Nope. Okay. So, if the threat does not contain the item, we have to remove the widget. So, step one. You can tell I don't use maps very much because I don't know what I would put in here. Oh, actually, sorry, that's the wrong one. Because we have the keys. We have to list the keys. No, we should be able to go get keys value. I feel like, you know, this is kind of like the wrong one, right? That's totally the wrong one. Give me a second. This shouldn't be a thing. I have to, it should just come up, right? Oh, that's not gonna work. Map. find. All right. Why is it find? Bullshit. All right. Find. There we go. Find. And we'll take this key. Sorry. Yes, we'll take this key, which is a threat that is not in the list of things on the screen that are threats. Things in the game that are threats. And so I get value, and if the item was found. If the item was not found, we don't need to do anything. If the item is found, we need to remove key value. That's for later. We need to, first of all, from the HUD, remove widget. That should be widget, right? Add to viewport. I need remove from remove remove all widgets. I don't want to remove all widgets. I just want to remove one of them. Huh. Oh, better. Just remove it from the parent. All right, I can do that. All right, so then we're going to that remove from parent. Oh yeah, okay. So if it's false, we're going to remove from parent, and then remove this key, like this array element, from the list of widgets. And then we're going to delete this and compile. Right? Yeah. Oh yeah, I have to take out the code from over here that hides it. All right, so now we're managing all the widgets and whether they're on the screen or not. So now in here, First of all, I'm gonna check for check for what are we going to call these? Not threats. That, and then we're going to add a pin. After that, we're going to do the rest of the thing, which is grab this. We're going to get all of these widgets. No, we're going to get all of these keys. Question, does this work? Alright, I'm just going to do this. That works better. Right, for each widget, and we have the key, which is going to be a guest character, and a value, which is going to be the widget. We're going to do this. And I have a theory about this, but I'll grab that right now. Regardless, I do have a theory about how that's going to work. Oh. Yeah. Copy. Okay. Copy. There we go. Maybe I have to click up onto this menu, because that was the thing that seemed to work. Anyway, so we've got all this again, right? So my first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to delete this for now. Delete these. In theory, if they're on the screen, right, so let's go some there, that goes there. This for each thing. we've got the map key, which is going to be the threat. And the map value, which is going to be the widget. Whoa. Map value is also, let's go up here. Let's set position viewport, which is something that we can do out here. This guy. Hey. Okay. That's my runtime error. I think that's like it. Check not threats, and we're actually gonna give me a second. I'm just gonna fix this. I'm pretty sure it's up here. We'll see if we don't find it. So what we should do is, if we don't find it, that's what it is. We don't do anything. I think that's where the error is coming from. I thought about it as I wrote it. All right. That will just be a dumb component. We just gotta do something like modifying this position to be half of the widget. So value get desired size in the viewport. Set desired size in the viewport. Ooh. What's this in? We don't know. Alright, interesting. We could do some clever things here just for testing. Make sure this is actually doing what we're doing. Because it kind of looks like it, but we can't prove it. So, all I'm going to do is I'm going to set this aside. It's going to be... I don't know what the units are, so I'm going to try 10. Could be times 10 now, who knows. And then we do a little bit of maths. So, that's right. We're going to divide Wait, sorry. Sorry, I keep saying sorry. But really what I want to do is hit a scale, multiply, to, oh, okay. Float. So we cut it in half, and then we're going to go all the way over here, out screen position. Out screen position is going to be subtract. So in theory, the middle of our thingy-mabob is going to be in the middle of this, and that's what we pop in there. To be vaguely where I want it. Let's make this. Sorry, I'm just gonna do it low. Don't know why I couldn't like. Threat widget size. Threat. I don't know how big my screen is, but I suspect it might be in pixels. So let's go over here, compile, default value of 100. Maybe that's a number that makes more sense. Oh, this is cool. That's down, that's up there, that's up there, that's around, that's down. Look straight up, that's down. Oh, that looks good. Okay, so doing it from the outside is much better than doing it from the inside. And I am fine with that because I understand the code. Now I just have to figure out how to do this size correctly. The way you're meant to. Let's see what happens. Close this because that doesn't have any. Do you want to try maybe try the out rotation angle degrees? Let's see. Set position in viewport. Can I set right? I'll do this. Rotation. No. And really the only reason I'm doing that is because it has like the word degrees in it. I'm gonna set this to 20. particular face is like pointing in the right direction. Okay, let's hop in here. Let's your shapes. Triangle? No. Is there... now we transform. Oh, but that's gonna change it from there. Okay, no. Well, I mean, I'll just draw a new picture that is like an arrow, right? Yeah, okay. We'll do that later. So yeah, look at that. So we've got a thing which is threatening in the context of like this fake threatening that we've created. And it's definitely the right way. Okie dokie smoky. So we've got this tag on this character thing here because that's the way we can set it up. We want to set it up so it does it for the gameplay tag. So do we still have on our guest character a debug button that changes your aura. We kind of do. Debug unease. Let's change this to threatening. And then we'll go back into our HUD. What the hell was I tagging play? All actors last match. Great tag. Just to double check, let's go into. Excuse me. Threatening, ability threatening, asset tags, and this is not tags that do not give the actor. Alright, and then I need to give the actor the tag. Grant ability go active. Grant ability configs, 108 array asset tags. Tags that G has the does not give to the actor. We should be doing this. Add tags. And right, tag asset has grant to the actor. Back to the correct. Then when we do this, this will be picked up. Oh, I already have it all down there. I'm gonna go this way. Get all actors. Into here. Check mark. Check mark. File. Go back over here. I'll set this back up to 2. I don't know if I can do it from here. Let's see, where's this guy? He's hiding behind this bucket, right? So he's there. All right. First things first, we gotta take this guy, make him look away. So we know, look away. We know that he's not looking at our character over here. Hello? And goodbye. All right. Not quite. All right. We're saying single tag query bpcast character. Let's ignore that mess for now. We're going to, oh, no, that goes down there. That comes out here. And do what we love to do, which is to type print. Zero. Oh, wait. Alright, no, it doesn't pick up this acronym document just right there. Okay, all actors involved with this. Alright, let's go. First of all, let's make sure it's not wacky. Nope, that's useless. How about this one? "2017. I'm pretty sure that's what we actually do, so that's too old. Chain effect threatening. Target tag. Target tag. Target back. Added okay. Or have we? Do I still have a thing that shows the eye? Alright. Key I. It doesn't matter, it's not touching me. But we get the tag, owns tag, but does it show up in this tagged queries? That's why tags. Alright. Oh, you know what we could do? We haven't opened this for a bit. We're into gameplay ability system, right? So let's hop into here. I'm just gonna go see if gameplay tags. Pop that up there. Targeting. Let's see if any of these give us any clues. Yeah. Gameplay tags. Container. Yep. 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 No. That one wasn't helpful. All right. Gameplay effects. You carry multiple containers, granted tags. Alright. No, that looks a little bit more about something else. Get all factors with effect, maybe, with game play effect. not their tags I'm looking for. The effect gameplay tag. Not the one I wanted to do. I wanted to do that. Let's also do one of these. Find. We're typing in get. Find. Interesting. Let's see. I already tried that. I need someone to do it. I'm just going to double check here. Abilities, granted tags. Granting abilities, that's not. Now we can push enter a whole bunch. This is annoying because aren't I doing it? Grant tags and target actor, right? It does seem to come up. The other thing is, hold on. Let's take a look at our hard to see, because you know that when we're hungry, grant gameplay abilities. Oh, sorry. This is wrong one. Passed out, woozy, passed out, alcohol, drunk. Woozy, probably woozy. When you get woozy, you get woozy. But it doesn't, I don't need to add it here, like this one. But that doesn't seem to work anyway, so wubba bada. Right? I might have to come back to this one. I'll do a little bit more searching while I'm here. Get all actors of class. Game play tag. Let's see if this guy is, what is this guy is talking about. I don't know what happened. Personally, I remember. It's showing it backwards because I don't see a resolution here. Other than like doing it in a weird manual way that doesn't help me. Ooh, what about that? Okay, get all actors. Recording. fact that this doesn't like return anything is bugging me because it has the tag, doesn't it? Nothing. Nothing. Match the specified gameplay tag query. All right. Make gameplay tag query match any tags in this, and that's any of them. But one of them is good enough. All my queries wrong. Maybe for fun we should say you have to match all these, which is just one. Magically it works. I would hate if it's like a weird quirk of those ones. 0 0 0 0 0 0. Yeah. All we really want to do is this is like frustrating because essentially it works. It's just this part, finding threatening auras, isn't working. I suspect I do have to do something like this where I grant the tags. Grant. Walkability of tags. I probably have to do this if I say now this actor actually is threatening. Modifier success tree cues. I don't know what cues are. Stacking type none. Modifiers, we're not talking about what I think it is here, right? Attributes, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, all right. Here's the buck wild one that I hate. I hate, by the way. Is it this dumb one where it's like the problem is Alright, let's back up. Threatening. Still safe. It wasn't that. At least it wasn't that. That feels better to me than what the hell it was before. You see, it's we are getting threatening. So yeah. Okie dokie smoky. I think I have to go look up what's going on with Find Gameplay. Find actors with gameplays tags, because that's not working the way I expect it to. But otherwise, I think we did good. We got the thing going around the screen, and I think that's probably was the problem before. Was that once you make the widget turn off, it stops ticking, and then it will never turn itself back on. That's why we had that weird thing where it's like, oh, it's on, and now it's gone, and I can't get it back. Moving all our stuff to the HUD and just making this like a dummy, essentially it's a dead widget that doesn't do anything except for wander around at the whims of the HUD. So that with that, all this, everything from like here, everything here except for this one part here seems to be working great. So I'm gonna call that a success. So we did this. Yay. We did this, actually. We kind of did this. So let's say, no, I'm not. We need to next week, fix all actors with gameplay tag, or figure out a different way to do it. Figure out a different way to track all that stuff. I feel like R, whatever's going on with R needs some help. Different way to let the HUD know an actor is threatening, which might be something like in the gameplay ability. I'm not sure. Maybe that's a real thing we have to think about. Yeah, that's good enough for me. We'll see if we can pick this up next time. Have a good one.